Good evening, everybody. This is me, your MC, Vyoma Parihar, and I welcome all of you here at an event, Bond and Beyond, which is just for you and your family. Thank you, everybody, for being with us here for this event. And I would like to tell you that customer focus is at the core of our business. And this event is an effort to come together and experience this little moment of happiness. So, everybody, this particular situation has kept us all in a small shell, but it has also given us an opportunity to come closer to our families. And also, it has given us time to think about our health, our wellness, our lifestyle, and of course, about our immunity. So, everybody, just because of this, because as we are together with our family, we have arranged a power packed yoga session for you so that you all with your family together can do some yoga and make yourself stronger and build your immunity. And this is not enough. We have a very interesting contest also for you. So, we have a very interesting contest in which all you have to do is click some pictures while you do your yoga in different yoga poses and send us to this email ID. I'll just say this email ID and we'll also put this email ID on the chat box. The email ID is contestalert@the tatareality.in. I'll just repeat contestalert@the tatareality.in. So just click some amazing pictures of you and your family while you're doing yoga and send us on this email ID. The best pictures will get gift vouchers. Isn't this exciting? Also, we would like to tell you that towards the end of the session, we will send you a link. That will be a referral link, which you can send to your friends and family if you think they might buy Tata housing properties. So, if they end up buying any of the Tata housing property, you might get gift vouchers up to rupees 1 lakh. Now, this is something wow. Okay, everybody. So I think we are all set, and it's time for me to go ahead and invite our coach for the day. So, everybody, get ready as I introduce you to Miss Arnie Sapkal, the yoga guru. She's the ex army captain, a science graduate, postgraduate in human resource symbiosis, Gladrags Mrs. India 2017, and full time fitness and wellness instructor. She is specialized in all forms of body workouts, trained 1,000 plus employees and students with network of 18 expert instructors and own studio. Everybody, let's get ready and take out your yoga mats. It's time for us to do some yoga and get stronger. So everybody, please welcome Miss Arnie Sapkal.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction, Vyoma. It gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this session today exclusively for Tata Housing residents. As we all know, Tata Housing projects are focused on the well-being of its citizens. So they bring together a rare combination of contemporary designs, thoughtful amenities, and the natural greenery. So I'm very proud to be a part of this event, specially organized by Tata Housing for you. So let's start the session. I'll be taking your yoga session. I want you all to come on your mat. And we'll start with the sitting down. So I want you can just go down and sit comfortably in Sukhasana. Sukhasana is the asana which we generally sit in our day-to-day life, and it can be done by everyone. But yet, if you have some knee pain, lower back pain, you might find it difficult to sit down, then you can very well go and sit on the bed or you can sit on the sofa or chair, whatever is comfortable with you. Also, if you have lower back pain or you have long chronic back pains and you can't sit down, you can go next to the wall and support your back against the wall and sit with the legs extended or folded. Okay? So we'll be starting with the conditioning wherein you will be sitting in Sukhasana. We'll be making mudra, that is called Chinna Mudra, in which you press your first finger with the thumb gently. Place it down on your knees, fingers pointing up. Back is straight, chin is up, and gently close your eyes. As we close our eyes, we try to calm our mind and bring your mind to breathing. And how you're going to do that? You'll be concentrating at inner part of the nostrils. Feel the incoming and the outgoing breath. There's a freedom of your breath. Just observe it. Keep aside all your thoughts. Keep aside your plans. For the next few minutes, it's just you and your breath. There shall be a gentle smile on your face. No tension. Thoughts may come and go. That's okay. You gently acknowledge them and push them away, bringing your mind back to breathing. Very slowly, you're going to open your eyes. Become aware of yourself and your surroundings. So how was it? I'm sure you must be feeling a little calm and composed. This is conditioning whereby we try to bring your mind and the body at the present. So we are having 10,000 thoughts in your mind. So by doing this, you bring your mind to the present. Now slowly come up the way, starting with the warming up. So when you stand, we stand with 1 feet distance, and this is how you measure 1 feet distance. Toes slightly in and heels slightly out, so that the outer edges parallel to each other. Your shoulders are out, your tummy gently drawn in, and you also try tucking your tailbone in. Generally, whenever we are standing, we think this is what is a straight standing. No. So how you stand, you should always tuck the lower back in, especially the tailbone and the belly in. So we'll be starting with the neck stretches. Look over your right, left, 3 rounds, right, left, right, left, right, and left. Coming back to the center, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Very slowly, gently, you're going to do all the movements. Inhale up and exhale down. Center, very slowly dropping your head to the right. Try not to raise the shoulder up. Shoulder stays there. It's just that your head goes to the shoulder as much as you can, giving a nice stretch on the opposite side. Center, other side, center, right, center, left, center, last one, right, center, left, center. Next one is making small baby circle, releasing all the tension from your neck. Try not to drop your head down or side. No, it's a small baby circle. If you have vertigo, you can keep looking at one point and gently make a small circle. Because if you move your eyes, you will feel giddy. 3 rounds. Only. Perfect. Other side. Good. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Next one, moving on to the shoulder joints. Inhale, we try stretching both your hands up, and exhale, you take it back and down. I'll show you from the side as well how you take your arms up and back and down. So when you take it back, as if you're trying to touch your shoulder blades behind. 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Reverse as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Some of you might be having shoulder pains. This particular stretch is very good for releasing the shoulders tension and also very good for frozen shoulder. You might feel some pain doing it, but do not give up. Complete this full 5 counts. Moving on to the hip joint. Both your hands on your waist and we rotate 5 rounds clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reverse as well. 5. Everyone can do this. Even if you have low back pain, it's good. 3, 2, and 1. Great. Bring your legs together, moving down to the knees. We're going to rotate our knees clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reverse as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Moving to the ankles. You just move your toes up and down, activating your ankle joint, shin and the calves as well. 5 rounds only. 4 and 5. Switch, other side, toes up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring it down slowly. If you find difficulty in balancing, go against the wall, take the support, and then you can do this. Great. So this is the warm-up wherein we release each and every joint of the body and then moving on to asanas. First one would be your Tadasana stretch walk. That's the palm tree. What we do, we go and stand at the back end of your mat. You're going to interlace our fingers and stretch your hands up as you can. And as you come up, you try raising your heels also up. Got it? Yeah. And when you're stretching yourself up, you're going to walk in front with the small baby steps. You're not going to run. You're going to just walk with the small baby steps, giving a nice stretch to the body. Great. Come back. Perfect. One more round. With each step, we try looking at your eye level. Do not look down. Try looking at your eye level. Shoulders are relaxed, but elbows are stretched up. Turn around and come back. Wonderful. Very slowly bring your hands down and relax. Moving on to the next asana, that is your Bhadrasana. Bring your right leg up and you're going to place it on the inner thigh. Fine. You're going to join your palms together and stretch your hands up. We keep looking at one point in front and keep stretching your arms up. Stay there. Good. Good. 4 and 5. Very slowly you bring your hands down. Knees in front and take it down. Same thing. You're going to repeat on the other side. You bring your leg up. Place your heel as close to the groin as you can. Join your palms together and stretch your arms up. You try staying for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very slowly bring your hands down, knees in front and down. So all these asanas, what we are doing, they're giving a nice stretch to the spine, to each and every part of your body, thereby the muscles are relaxed and flexibility to the spine and the joints is maintained. Moving Moving on to the next asana, that is Konasana. We open up our legs maybe 3.5 to 3.5 feet, or you can roughly say it should be double than your hip distance. Okay, bring the right hand up and exhale, you go down sideways. With each exhalation, we try going little by little more down. Listen to your body. Do not overdo any asana, any stretch if you're doing for the first time. And if you're a regular yoga doer, you can do how much ever you can. Bring your other hand up. Exhale and we go down. And keep breathing. With each exhalation, we try going little by little more down. More down. More down. Wonderful. Very slowly come back and relax. Once again, we can do this. Yeah? Okay, great. So we'll put a little variation in this. You bring your right hand up. Exhale, we go down. Bring your other hand up. And we stretch the namaste out. So this gives a nice stretch to this side of muscles as well as this side of muscles. Stretch. Yes. Good. 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 Very slowly bring your hand down. Inhale up and exhale down. Other side, bring your hand up. Exhale, we go down sideways. Bring your other hand up. Stretch your namaste out. Breathe, try to breathe. I know it's difficult, but still we try to breathe. Very slowly bring your hand down. Inhale up and exhale down. Next is the Bhaktasana. That's the twisting of the spine. What we do in that, you bring your hands parallel to the floor. Elbows pointing out. Exhale, we take the right hand back. As back as you can. Inhale, you bring it back to the center. Exhale, left hand goes back. Inhale, center. We can repeat one more round. Yeah. Exhale, you go to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. And inhale, center. Very slowly drop your hands down, bring your legs together. Moving on to the next, one of the most important asana, specifically at the current scenario, what to do because of the constant lockdown. There's been a lot of staying at the home and you're not able to go out because of it. There's a lot of anxiety, stress building up in all of us. So one particular asana specifically for reducing this anxiety, stress, and mild depression is Bhadrasana. What we do in this, you stretch your arms up, your feet are together, you stretch your arms up and exhale, bring your hands and your head together, you go all the way down and we stay there. We stay there for a few breaths. Inhale, you stretch your arms up, again head and hand together, all the way up and exhale down. One more round when you're ready. It might not be possible for all of you to go down that much. You can avoid pushing yourself too much to go down. Secondly, anyone having severe back pain, severe disc prolapse and severe PIVD, all those people can avoid this particular asana. Okay, once again, we'll do it together. Inhale, you stretch your arms up. I'll show you how it looks from the side. Exhale, you stretch your hand ahead. Head and arms together, all the way down, and you place your hands down. You stay there, breathe. Please do not pull your neck to touch the knee. If you're comfortable, only then you go. Otherwise, you can just stay. Inhale, come up, all the way up, and exhale, down. Relax. Now we'll be sitting down and doing some sitting asanas. So first we'll be sitting in Vajrasana. This is called Vajrasana. In this, you sit on your knees, both the hands on your knees and the back is straight. Toes pointing backward. We sit in Vajrasana. This is the only asana which can be done after food. It really helps in the proper digestion. If you're eating food late, after your dinner, please go and sit on the bed or sofa, whatever is comfortable with you. You go and sit on that and sit in Vajrasana. Okay, so from Vajrasana, we'll be moving down into mountain pose or Adho Mukha Svanasana, that's downward facing dog. So what we do in that, you're gonna stretch your hands ahead as much as you can. You come up, hook your toes back and place your heels down. So we try to take your hip as up as possible. Head can go in and we feel this beautiful stretch from your wrists to the underarms, from your underarms to the hips and from the hips to the ankles. Stay there. Good. Very slowly coming down into Vajrasana again. So downward facing dog or the mountain pose is one of the very powerful asanas as it improves the circulation throughout the body. It is also one of the pose of Surya Namaskar. It helps in circulating all your immunity boosters and it also helps to circulate your infection fighting WBCs throughout the body. Okay. Now release your Vajrasana and coming into Bhadrasana. That's your butterfly. We try making namaste with your feet. Knees can go out and we flap. We try flapping up and down. Butterfly or Bhadrasana is again a very good asana for releasing the tension from the lower back. And also it's important for the reproductive organs health. So whenever the immunity is low, whenever the stress is high, what does it do? It also hampers your reproductive health. So this is one asana which really helps to bring the circulation to this part, the pelvic region of your body. So all those stretches, wherever you extend your legs or you do Bhadrasana, this is very good for the health of your reproductive organs. Okay, moving on to the next asana. You bring your legs together and we would be lying down. So whenever you are lying down, you just lie down on one side. Never go straight and never come up straight. The maximum damage you can give to your spine is by lying down straight and getting up straight. Always try to go on the side and then you come on your back. The next asana is the Setu Bandhasana, in which you place your hands down, your heels are in line with your hip and your palms are facing down. Okay, great. So very slowly squeezing your tummy and hips, you're going to raise your pelvis up. And you're going to stay here for a few breaths, maybe 2, 3, depending on your comfort. Perfect. And very slowly you go down. Again, it's a very good asana for the hormonal balance. Very good for thyroid. Very good for mild depression, anxiety, stress, lower back. Also very, very, very important for your immunity. It activates the thymus gland, which is present in the chest, which is responsible for the formation of T cells. Okay, and that helps in fighting infection, internal hidden infection. One more time. Just raise yourself up. And slowly, vertebra by vertebra, you're going to come down. Last asana for the day would be your Bhaktasana. You place your hands in T shape. Take both the knees on the right side and you look on the left side. It is also giving a nice spinal twist. Coming back to the center, other side. All those spinal twists are good as they give nice twisting and compression to the internal organs, especially your digestive systems. Coming back to the center. And slowly you turn to the right side and we come up. Okay. These are the few asanas which are going to help you to build your immunity, fight infection, provided we do it regularly and with full awareness. See, yoga is something where you have to bring full awareness. Listen to the body, listen to each and every part, each and every muscle of your body when you're doing asanas. The second part of the session would be your breathing or the pranayama. Pranayama also plays equally important role in building up your immunity. How? It improves your lungs. It improves your infection fighting capacity, and also it throws out the toxins from the body and gets in the fresh air, fresh oxygen. Your brain, your cells get an ample amount of good oxygen which they need to function properly. So we'll be learning today 3 pranayams or 3 breathing. First one being very simple one is called equal breathing, whereby we try equalizing your inhalation and exhalation. So what we do, we sit again comfortably in Sukhasana. If you can't sit down, please sit on the chair, just that you keep your spine straight. Okay. So in equal breathing, we breathe in for 4 counts or 3 or 2, depending on your comfort level. And exhalation is also that number of counts. Generally, we inhale more and exhale less. So all your emotions, whether you cry, you're happy, you're angry, we inhale more. We do not exhale. You're using only 1/3 of your lungs if you're not exercising. So by doing equal breathing, you are using your lungs completely. Okay. So we'll be doing 3 rounds. Inhaling for 2 counts and exhaling as well for 2 counts. Back straight, chin up. Inhale. Exhale. So you can count in your mind. Inhale, 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2. Okay. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, face relaxed. Exhale. Okay. So this was the pranayam number 1. Moving on to the second most effective pranayam, that is Anulom Vilom or alternate nostril breathing. So here what do? You can use your thumb and the index finger, or you can use your thumb and the ring finger by keeping first 2 fingers at the center of your bhumadhya. So here what do? We start with the right side. Right is the Surya Nadi and the left side is the Chandra Nadi. So when you are starting with the right, you are activating the Surya Nadi, the Surya within you, or the energy. And when you are doing with the left nostril first, what are we doing? You are activating Chandra Nadi, Chandra side of your body. So that brings the calmness and piousness in you. Okay, so here we go. We'll do just 2 rounds. So you'll be placing first 2 fingers at the center. Inhale from right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. This makes one complete circle. Inhale right again, second round. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. One last round. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. And slowly release. And the last one would be Bhramri, whereby you cup your eyes. We close our ears with the thumb. You take a deep breath, and while exhaling, we make humming sound. Like this sound. Okay, so how do we do that? Do it. You close your ear, cup your eyes, take a deep breath, and exhale, humming. Relax. Let your eyes be closed for some breaths. Rub your palms. Cup your eyes. Cup your face. Lower your hands and look into your palms. Thank you so much. So we end the yoga session here. We are open for question and answers. You have any doubts, any questions, please ask.
Thank you, Arnie ma'am. That was indeed a wonderful yoga session. I loved everything, especially the Tadasana. All right, everybody. I'm sure just like me, you all also would have enjoyed this yoga session. But before we go ahead, I would like to tell you that in some time, we will be having a quick Q&A session with Arnie ma'am about yoga, about wellness, about healthy lifestyle. And also she will give us tips and tricks to build our immunity. So I would like to tell you all, please send in your questions in the chat box. If you have any question related to yoga, immunity, etc., please send us on the chat box. Also, with this, I would like to remind you, I am sure you all would have clicked some beautiful pictures with yoga poses while doing yoga. So don't forget to send all those good pictures on the email ID that I have shared with you before. We'll share that email ID once again in the chat box. And as you know, the best pictures with the best yoga poses will win prizes. Okay, everybody, it's time for us to go ahead and start a quick Q&A with our yoga guru, Arnie Sapkal. Hello, Arnie ma'am. I'm very happy to see you here. And trust me, ma'am, when you were doing yoga, I can't do yoga right now because I'm all dressed up and all. But I've taken all the important points. I'll do all of this yoga that you've taught us later on. So, ma'am, it's time for us to start the Q&A. So I have asked our audience to send us some questions. They'll also be sending. But here we start. I have few questions. So are we ready?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let me know.
Okay, so here we go, ma'am. So this first question that I have, and the question is, how yoga helps in dealing with stress?
Okay, that's a very nice question, Vyoma. Yoga is, what does a yoga do? It does exact opposite of what does a stress do. It relaxes you.
Okay.
So yoga is a combination wherein you are working on your breathing, your body, and your mind at one go. Okay. So whenever we are doing all those relaxing asanas, as I mentioned during the pranayama as well, pranayama is one of the most important aspect whereby we try dealing with the stress by calming your mind. The more you are balanced state of mind, the more you are calmer, the stress automatically doesn't affect you.
Okay.
Stress also happens because of the many reasons, and that ultimately it's gonna affect your immunity.
Okay.
So this is how the stress can be managed, yes, definitely by yoga and especially by pranayama. But
Okay.
again, if you have any underlying health issues, like if you're having mild depression or you're a little anxious, then directly pranayam will not help you. That is the time we bring in the mild yoga poses, which activates your body and which brings in to to improve the concentration within you and calmness within you. So that is the time when the yoga poses help you, as yoga is yoga poses, breathing and relaxation. So it's a combination of these three aspects.
That's really, we are very happy to know about this, ma'am. So everybody who is not doing yoga now after this session, I'm sure if you are doing gymming and other exercise, I'm sure you all will switch on to yoga now. At least I will. Okay. Okay, ma'am. After this question, I have this another question, which is what is the connection of yoga and immunity? How it helps on improving the immunity? So how can we, how the yoga can help us build the immunity? Please tell us about that.
Yes, immunity is something which is within your body. So you, yes, of course, eating good food, following a good lifestyle definitely will help you bringing the good health. But what is important is that the amount of stress is something which again affects your immunity. If you are, what generally happens when the body is undergoing a stress, so there is this trigger in the body of it, it's like a fight and fight situation. So the stress hormones are released in the body. Those hormones, what do they do? They directly impact your immunity. And they, what do they do? They are decreasing all the non-essential parts of your body functions. That could be a digestion, that could be a reproduction, and that is also could be bringing your heart rates to altogether different high level, and also bringing your blood pressure to high. So this is how the your whole physiology differs. So now how immunity gets, firstly, by doing again breathing. Whenever you are into an asana, if you're breathing, you're making your lungs stronger. As I said, as I told you in one of the asanas, wherein you are, you're lying down on the floor and you're opening up your chest, you are activating your organ. So what does it do? It increases the production of T cells, which is again a part of WBC, and we these are the cells which fight the infection. Also, the infection could be within which we are not aware. So your WBCs are there 24 hours. They are into action. There is some good action movie which is already going within us, which we are never aware of. So this is how the immunity with the yoga, you're improving those T cells productions. You're also improving the circulation. Now the T cells have formed. How is it gonna reach each and every part of your body? So this is how, when where the circulation gets improved by doing regular Surya Namaskars. When you're taking your head low, the blood rushes to the chest, to the head, to the brain. This is how the whole, it's a complete body process. This is how immunity gets improved while doing yoga.
Okay, okay, ma'am. This was indeed an insightful and a very interesting information. So, ma'am, okay, so this was, so everybody, you just got to know how yoga helps in, relaxing ourselves, reducing the stress, and also how we can build the immunity through yoga. So, once again, I would like to tell all our audience, everybody who's watching us, please send in your questions about yoga, about immunity, about wellness. Ma'am is right here. She'll be answering all of it. Okay, so ma'am, I've got a question from Mr. Amritanshu Kumar. Amritanshu is asking, should we inhale or exhale during making humming sound in Brahmari?
Exhale. So you take a deep breath, and while exhaling, we are making this humming sound.
Okay, okay. So you have to exhale.
Yes, you inhale, hold, and then exhaling, we make the humming sound.
Okay, okay. So, ma'am, this was indeed an answer to Amritanshu. Amritanshu, now you have to exhale. So, your question answered. All right. So, ma'am, there is one more question. Um, so, this question is what is the ideal time to do yoga? mornings or evenings?
Okay, very, very good question. So, there is this time period which is called Sattvic time. This is
Okay.
from 4 to 8 in the morning and same 4 to 8 in the evening. The ideal time generally we say is in the morning because you are fasting overnight. So doing
Okay.
pranayam and other asanas, they are more effective if you have gone to the washroom and you have really emptied your bowel and bladder. But since we all are working and sometimes it's not feasible for all of us to do yoga in the morning, then definitely don't get disheartened. Again, the sattvic time comes in the evening from 4 to 8. You can always do yoga within that. Just keep in mind that you do not eat 3 hours prior to your yoga asana. 2 hours it takes for the food to get digested, to move from the stomach to the intestine. So when the food is in the stomach for the 2 hours, those 2 hours we do not want to do any exercise and cause any distress to the stomach or your digestion. Because again, digestion also gets hampered, then it will, because of the stress, digestion gets hampered, it will lower your immunity. So this is how it's all interrelated.
All
Okay?
right. All
Yeah.
right. All right, ma'am. So as I've asked everybody to send in their questions, everybody is sending the questions now. I can like make out from there. They just loved the yoga session.
My pleasure.
Okay, okay. So, ma'am, there's one more question. So, somebody is asking: is there a certain type of condition or people for whom yoga is, or it is recommended to all? Like how it is?
Yoga is something which can be done by everyone, come what. You have knee pain, whether you have lower back, you can't come out of your bed. Even lying down, also, you can do few asanas. So, the one is the basic Yashtika asana. It can be done by everyone and anyone. The only thing is that, yes, when you have an acute episode of lower back pain, or you have undergone some surgery, or you are having some active appendicitis, any inflammation which is active, right? You're undergoing pain and treatment for that. Yes, you can always have a break for that particular time, but otherwise, it can be done by everyone and anyone. And also, for these people who underwent surgery, who underwent cesarean, who underwent cardiac surgeries, who underwent, your abdominal surgeries, all those surgeries, people, we have variations of asana. So you need not be doing Surya Namaskar, but you can do the other asanas for that. So everyone can do, anyone can do. Please do it. It's a beautiful art.
So what you mean to say is just do it, you know? So this is
Just
the
do
best.
it. There's
Just
no
do
reason, there's no
it.
excuse not to do it. You should do
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, ma'am, the best part of yoga, as you're saying, what I can understand is, okay, the yoga have various forms. So, as you said, if somebody is having any kind of surgery or any kind of problem, so they can just change the form. They can do
Exactly.
a little easier version of it, but
Exactly.
they can
Ex-
still do it. Great.
Exactly. So
Loved, loved it.
you might not be able to sit down, but you can sit on the chair and do. You might not be
Yeah.
able to sit for a long time. You can always go back and take a support. And you'll see slowly and gradually you'll be out of your condition so nicely that you'll see, I was never into that condition, I guess. So this is how the people have responded after doing yoga. I mean, for spinal surgeries, for such big surgeries, also people are out of it completely.
I can really see that how big boon is yoga to the whole mankind. Yoga is a big boon indeed. All right, ma'am. So we have more questions coming up. So this is another question. So Viren Narkar is asking, yoga should be done in closed or in open area. So Viren is from Dubai. So yeah, he wants
Yeah.
to know whether
So
we can do it in a closed or open area, which is better.
see, we're in always open area, which is better, provided the temperature outside is feasible for you. So, what is the feasible temperature? Anything between 25 to 30 degrees or 35 degrees, your body temperature. That is how that's the temperature where you can do yoga. But if you feel there is a lot of wind across you, then definitely we will not recommend you to go out and do. Yes, little wind is okay, but too much of wind, no. Then you please go come inside and do in a closed area. And also, if you're doing in an AC room, the temperature of the AC should not be less than 25. It can be 26, 27, but it should not be less than 25. And also the AC should not be coming on your face directly. So it can go slightly up. So closed or open. If it's not windy, please go outdoor. If it's too windy, too cold, too hot, you won't be able to do it. So that's the time you can come back and you can do it in a closed area.
So basically, ma'am, what you mean to say, so for doing yoga, we need to have a moderate kind of climate, not
Exactly.
too hot, not too cold, but something in the middle, right?
In the middle, yes.
Yes, yes. So this is to everyone. I hope you all got the answer of this question. You can do yoga inside or outside, but make sure wherever you do it, the temperature is little moderate. Okay. Okay. So let's move on to the next question, ma'am. So the next question is from Vibha Krishnamurti. What asanas can increase the lung power as this is required during this current pandemic situation? Wow. Now that's some question. What asanas can increase the lung power as this is required during this current pandemic situation? Wow. I also wanted to know about this. Okay, ma'am. Over
Yes.
to you.
So there are many asanas which can do that. The first one being the breathing, what we did. Second one was your Tadasana, in which you're opening up your lungs and not only the lungs, you're stretching the whole part of your body. So what does it do? It takes the lungs up. There is this chest cavity in the abdominal cavity. When you stretch yourself up, the chest cavity goes up and the abdominal cavity increases, whereby all your internal organs come back to the normal spaces. Same is the case with the lungs. So when you're stretching up and you breathe in Tadasana, that will help you to improve your lungs. Secondly, when we did Konasana, then that also brings a really good strength to the lungs. Then there are a few pranayams which are specifically made for the lungs, whereby we do intercostal breathing. Then there is this clavicular breathing. Then another asana, which is Trikonasana. You stretch your arms out, and I can show you one. You can do it with me if you want. So what we do in that, you just stretch your arms, legs out, maybe 3.5 to 4 feet. Stretch your arms out. So taking your right leg down, you slowly gonna go down. It's very good for asthmatic people. And if you can breathe, excellent for your lung capacity, improving your lungs. Okay, then there is another series of for your Bhadrasanas. So all these asanas, they all help in
Increase the lung power.
increasing the lung power. Yes.
Okay, okay, wow. Now that's some answer. So I don't know how many people are attending this, but I'm sure everybody, please, everybody who is listening to all this, please do spread the words, do share this with everyone because it is all connected to better health and better immunity. Thank you, ma'am. We have some more questions, but for this question, I'm saying special thank you to you. Okay, so we have more questions. So this another question is from Mr. Arvind. So what he's asking is, which exercise is useful to rejoin the bone after fracture?
Okay.
Now, yeah, so this is the question.
So bone after fracture should not be moved, first of all, because you have to let it get fixed on its own. If you're having casting or if you're having your POP, plaster, whatever it is, firstly, initial few months, I'll say generally it's 3 to 6 months, depending on what kind of fracture you are having. So you give rest to that particular bone because your body and your bone needs to heal on its own and get fixed. Yes, once it's fixed and you get a green signal from your doctor, then definitely, depending on which part of your body you're getting fractured, whether it's your shoulder, whether it's your legs, we can do arm strengthening, we can do leg strengthening asanas. So there are like 84 lakh asanas, which was very difficult for me to compile in 30 minutes of sessions. So there are many more to do. There are sitting asanas, and that depends on what part of your body is getting the fracture, which bone is getting the fracture. Okay, so there are many asanas. Then there are plank poses, which is Vashishtasana. Then the one which I showed you, Bhadrasana, that is again a very good asana. Then the Setubandhasana, bridge pose, that's again very good for the leg bones. So this is how these all asanas help in strengthening the bones.
All right, ma'am. Now that's some information. So everybody, so this is what I can see, ma'am. This is the best part of yoga. So yoga is so vast. Yoga has a solution to almost every problem. So if you have a fracture, you have your separate yoga asanas for it. If you have anything, any pains, you have separate yoga for it. Well-being, separate yoga. My God, yoga. Okay, ma'am. So there's another question we have. The next question. Okay, so this next question is about some Sudarshan Kriya. So this next question is any feedback for Sudarshan Kriya? How is it? So if you have done Sudarshan Kriya, you can tell us like how is it and what is it?
There's a mixed feedback for Sudarshan Kriya. For some people who are having high BP, so what they have given me the feedback was that their BP aroused and they were more into, they were more agitated. So it depends upon person to person. See, understand one thing: we all are different individuals. So what goes good with me may not go good with Vyoma. So it's unless you don't experience it, no one can tell you what is good and what is bad. You have to decide. Your body will give you signal, and you have to understand that, okay, yes, this particular asana is good for me. No, this is something which is not making me happy. So this is what, if you do it, yes, there's a mixed view, because for some it's amazing and they have been practicing for many years together. But for some, they just stop doing it within 1 or 2 months. So it depends on your body. Once you practice it, then only you'll understand it.
All right. So everybody, practice makes a man perfect. Okay. So there's one more question, ma'am. So Mr. Viren Narkar is asking, what is the best sequence for breathing exercises, and what is the recommended minimum and maximum time for breathing? Your opinion about Nadi Shuddhi also. Wow,
Okay.
that was so many questions in one question.
Yeah. So, could you just repeat the first line again? What was
So I'll repeat the whole question once again, ma'am, for you, ma'am. What is the best sequence for breathing exercises, the sequence, and what is the recommended minimum and maximum time for breathing? And then they also asked your opinion about Nadi Shuddhi.
Okay, coming to the first question. The sequence generally what you do while doing pranayama and asana is inhalation and exhalation. Now, coming to asanas, ever you are extending, we are always inhaling. Whenever we are compressing, you're going down, we are exhaling. Now, if we have to hold the pose for more than 10, 20 counts, you cannot keep yourself, suffocating and you will not breathe. That doesn't happen. So, what do we do? If you're holding your pose for more than 10 or 20 counts, we breathe normally. So, the transition from one asana to another is why inhaling, you breathe, exhale, we come down. If inhale and you hold, you breathe normally. So we breathe normally. So this is the sequence what we generally do. And for pranayama specifically, there is a sequence which is guided, which is being told by the yoga instructor what kind of pranayama you're doing. When the rechaka is there, you're exhaling more. When purak is there, you're inhaling more. When kumbhak is there, you're inhaling and holding. When shunyak is there, you're exhaling and suspending. So there are many sequences which we generally do in pranayam, depending on your level, which level we are, whether we are beginner, we are intermediate, or we are advanced. Now, the second question was regarding how many breaths in a minute or something like that.
So the question was, yes. So what is the recommended minimum and maximum time for breathing? Yeah.
Okay. So the first pranayam which I told you, equal breathing, it's a very powerful pranayam. Please, everyone, practice this pranayam. If you don't do anything else, just practice pranayam, you will have stronger lungs. You don't have to look anywhere. Secondly, I said two, three, or four counts. This is recommended for the beginners. So as you grow more and more, your lungs become more stronger. Your the intercostal muscles, which opens up your lungs and brings it down, they become more stronger. Your diaphragm, your clavicular muscles, these are the three muscles which are involved in breathing. So as and with practice, when your muscles become more stronger, you can go up till 30 counts. So you inhale for 30 counts, you exhale for 30 counts. That means you just take one breath in 1 minute. And as you all know, the slower we breathe, the longer we live. The faster we breathe, faster we, I don't want to say that word.
Great,
You
you
have
just say that.
seen dogs, they breathe fast and their lifespan is only 8 to 10 years. And the other side, if you they live hundreds of years because they breathe very slowly. So this is one thing. The yoga has come from the nature, from the animals. These are the few things which we have to keep in mind. Breathe slow. Even if you're angry, just try to focus on your breathing and just be easy. Okay, then the last one was the Nadi Shuddhi. Nadi Shuddhi is a very, very good pranayam. We have two nadis, Surya Nadi on the right and the Chandra Nadi on the left. These two nadis go back. They go from the nostrils and they go back and combine into Sushma Nadi, which is the main energy channel running inside your spinal cord. Okay, so whenever we are doing back bending asanas, you're activating those energy channels, which is there are many nadis and there are chakras. So this is a little more deeper yoga. But coming back to the question, nadi shuddhi is good. You can always practice. If you have a acidity problem or already your head is always warm and you feel very frequent acidic attacks, so what you can do, you can always start doing the left side of that's called Chandra Bhedi's Anulom Vilom or Nadi Shuddhi. The other one is right side. When you really want to get energized and you want to start your day with good energy, you start doing with the right because right side is the Surya. Surya gives you energy. It's the ultimate source of energy for the universe. So from there, we get the energy. I hope I have answered all your questions. All these
Yes, yes,
questions, all
yes,
these three
Anya.
questions at least. Yeah.
You have answered it beautifully well, I must say. And ma'am, I have noted down a lot of points through your session, throughout your session. But this one point I love, which you just shared with us. This one, the slower you breathe, the longer you live.
You
The
live.
faster you breathe, the lesser you live. No,
Live.
I shouldn't be saying.
Yeah, we
I
do.
said that. Anyways, ma'am, it was wonderful session with you. Really, I'm sure our audience would have loved your session. I think you have covered all aspects of yoga. You have answered all the doubts they had or anybody would have about yoga. So thank you very, very much, ma'am. It was great having you here. And thank you, everybody. What a wonderful evening it was. Thank you from the Tata Housing team. And the winners of our contest will be announced on the email. So everybody do check your email today, tomorrow. You will get to know about that contest winners. The winners who have clicked beautiful pictures with their yoga poses, they will win this contest. So, and with this, I would also like to tell you that you will get a thank you email in which you will get that referral link, which you can share with your friends and family if you think they might buy the Tata housing property. So if they end up buying, you might get the gift vouchers up to rupees 1 lakh. So everyone, thank you so very much once again. Until we meet you personally, we'll keep bond and beyond with you virtually. So thank you. Stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.